How dare you? Let me look on the advertisements and see, do I see your name or face, sir, whoever you may be? Where would you even get the entitlement to be having this question? This is like me insisting that the Lakers put me on as a starter. And I won't take no for an answer. It's ridiculous. You don't even play in our league. And that's before I knew who you were. Now that I know who you are, I'm just ashamed because you took something personal that couldn't have been personal. I didn't meet you.
Oh, did Katt Williams just expose Shannon Sharpe for scripting his interviews ahead and faking things if y'all thought that Shannon Sharpe's interview with Katt Williams meant that they had become instant best friends? Well, you'll better think again because not only are they not besties, but they are straight up beefing with each other right now. The drama started a couple of days ago when Shannon Sharpe accused Katt Williams of ruining his life and his career, claiming that Katt's appearance on his show had ruined things for him and reputable people no longer wanted to come on his show. But y'all know that Katt isn't the type that you want to mess with, and Shannon is learning about this. The hard way Katt is now spilling some damaging tea on Shannon, exposing Shannon as a fraud. Does Shannon really force his guests to lie?
Well, Club Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a wait set.
Almost 2 months have flown by since Katt Williams dropped his epic interview. And let me tell you, it's still the talk of the town in the industry. That video has racked up more than 60 million views on YouTube, proving it was an absolute smash hit. Now you'd think after this much time, folks would have let bygones be bygones and moved on from all the drama, right? Well, not quite. Fans are still shook over it, and Katt is still catching flake for it. And it's not just any flake, mind you, he's been catching her from all sides, with Shannon even pointing fingers at him as the root cause of all this drama, which is just wild. I mean, Shannon is blaming him for everything, even going as far as saying Katt has messed up his life and his career, and that it's hard to get anyone of repute to go on his show now. But y'all know Katt, he's not the type to sit by and watch his name get dragged in the mud, so he is coming hard for Shannon. This whole mess started the moment the podcast hit the airwaves, and let me tell you, it was like a powder keg waiting to blow. At first, it was Katt who bore the brunt of the backlash, especially from his fellow comedians and entertainers. And why? Well, because he spilled some serious tea about celebrities, especially fellow comedians. Understandably, they weren't too thrilled about it. It felt like he was airing out dirty laundry and making things awkward for his fellow black comedians. Needless to say, feathers were ruffly, and not in a good way. Let's keep it real here. Katt didn't hold back when it came to laying into comedians, and let me tell you, some folks felt like he was radiating some serious hater vibes, especially considering his own career hasn't exactly been smooth sailing lately. So naturally, some speculated that his harshness stemmed from a bit of jealousy, and straight up hating. One of the first CBS to feel the burn was Cedric. The entertainer didn't pull any punches, straight up accusing Cedric of lifting jokes from other celebrities and passing them off as his own.
Knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. Cedric sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach sitting over here. Why I'm not a movie star. What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
For obvious reasons, Cedric did not appreciate Katt calling him out like this. So he slammed Katt on Instagram, saying revision is history. Regardless of whatever Katt's opinion, my career can't be reduced to one joke. Katt Williams claims as his I've been in over 40 movies, my specials and brands speak volumes about who I am. The people I have put on include Katt, in the hat at the Gibson Amphitheater, and all that tough talk is corny if I'm a grown man, and none of that stuff going to go like you think you do. You and I got this over here, but oh, Cedric wasn't the only one taking shots at Katt. Kevin Hart jumped into the ring too, throwing some serious shade on social media. He straight up called Katt a clown who belonged in a circus. Ouch, that's king. But hey, can we really blame Kevin after all? Katt didn't hold back either, accusing Kevin of being a fraud who swipes jokes left and right. According to Katt, Kevin's whole persona is a facade. He didn't mince words, claiming that Kevin likes to front like he's this mega successful superstar, when according to Katt, it's all smoke and mirrors. Katt didn't hold back, alleging that Kevin's success is more about illusion than reality. Talk about throwing some serious shade.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is?
To be fair, Katt taking shots at Kevin wasn't exactly something that came out of the blue. These two have had beef simmering for what feels like forever. It all started off when Katt started speaking out about how the industry sidelined him for speaking his truth. He didn't hold back talking about how the powers that be didn't appreciate his candidness and essentially blacklisted him. Now, for whatever reason this really got under Kevin Hart's skin, he took to the Breakfast Club and dropped a bombshell, claiming that Katt had been blacklisted because of his drug addiction and his difficult-to-work-with attitude. So Katt spilling tea on him on Club Shay was something of payback for Kevin's words, but Kevin was not this because he clapped back, calling Katt a clown better who belonged to a circus.
Hey, Kev, you didn't say nothing to Katt Williams when he did a 3-hour interview talking slow yesterday. You didn't put a shot clock on him.
Well, do you entertain the circus or do you watch it, Perk? Which one do you do?
So let's talk about the back and forth that went down between Katt and the comedians he called out on the show. It was like a verbal tennis match with insults flying left, right, and center. But here's the kicker. While Katt was taking hit after hit from those he and Shannon had discussed on the show, Shannon himself remained eerily silent. He just stood there watching as Katt got dragged through the mud, not uttering a single word in his defense or to put the haters in their place. But you know what they say, I care as a boomerang. And now Shannon finds himself in the hot seat, getting roasted by the very same people who had plenty to say about Katt. He's been caught in a whirlwind of criticism, and let me tell you, he's been fighting for his life. It's like the comments section has become his bad battlefield. And unfortunately, he's not coming out on top now. Remember when I mentioned that after Katt's interview, it was Katt who was catching all the heat? Well, fast forward to now, and the tables have turned. Shannon was the one feeling the heat, and it all started after his interview with Monique, where she let loose on Tyler Perry, Oprah, and even her own son. This whole debacle has folks accusing Shannon of stirring up unnecessary drama among comedians. It's like his shows become a platform for comedians to throw shade at each other, with the target often not even present to defend themselves against the onslaught of accusations. It's a messy situation, to say the least. Dave Chappelle was one of the first comedians to drag Shannon and Katt when he said, "What part of the game is this?" He ethered ninjas. He didn't say anything about any of these white boys. None of these white boys function like that. Katt is one of the best painters in the game. So why are you drawing ugly pictures of us? Stop. Hurt people. Hurt people. But I am a hurt person that never hurt people. And he does it all the time. He also accused them of trying to ruin the livelihoods of his fellow black men. And he said, if I told my story, it would break your heart. I lost everything and never ever told on anybody. And he is acting like the arbiter of truth. Katt, listen. I F with Katt hard, but D, tell me what part of the game F's you up another ninja's paper? What part of the game is about telling on another ninja? Once Dave kicked off the conversation, it was like the floodgates opened suddenly. Everyone was talking about Shannon's role in the whole ordeal. Folks started questioning whether he was intentionally stirring the pot by bringing on controversial comedians to spill the tea on their peers, all because he knew it would drive up the views. And let me tell you, it worked like a charm. Those interviews with Katt and Monique, they went viral faster than you could say drama. They got so popular that they have quickly become Shannon's most viewed interviews yet.